Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. How is it going? Here is Talking Time and our friends.
Hello, everyone, guys.
Hello, token time.
Guys always forget to say their name because you are not remembering.
My name
that
is
this
Enzo. Nice to
Vitaly
meet you.
And this is Enzo.
And Andy.
Huyenji. My name is Andriy Viktorovich. Very official. Hello, guys. So, guys, what new happened for the last week with the market and all other October shit?
October continue we on the flat, but what last news after what I so excited, I understand it's a big game. It's about Chinese really to buy everywhere gold and create more valuable currency than dollar, and Chinese want to crush dollar because dollar not now you cannot change it your dollar on a bank to physical gold. Yen will be it's possible in the future. It's the reason why gold will go up, and now Chinese build like community holders with different country, and because not a good idea, if gold one of place hold it, for example Chinese build a different country, different holding point, all gold or our planet, and create like yen like a first currency in the world. It's very important. It's like a game changer.
So it's a good idea to change my white tooth on the gold one, like invest money in the golden tooth.
Of course.
That's my thought too. Is like, okay, so does that mean I should invest in gold or invest in Chinese yuan?
I guess like both a good idea.
I mean, the idea of having a currency backed by gold, right? That's a super old idea. Like, for example, the US dollar was really, really strong until they stopped that. As soon as they stopped the pegging of dollar to gold, then the price started to decrease because then you can print as much as you want. Yeah.
It's the same situation like with gold rush in the USA. To better to create a farming pool with gold in yen. In who wanna change it, like you wanna back money or again buy or just anyway. If you have a pool for exchange it and make commission for people, because it's a rush. People want to follow this
The
trend.
idea of the pool, right? So this is the other question I was going to have is, okay, you can buy physical gold, like here's a piece of gold, I can buy the yuan. Or, which I think is better than both of those, you can buy tokenized gold, like PaxG, for example, Tether. The largest tokenized gold is PaxG, which is Paxos, right? And then the second largest is Tether, which is XAUT. So my point is, you can buy this token, which is pegged to gold. Just like you said, I can take one token to Tether, they give me 1 ounce of gold. So it's the same thing, but in this situation, I can actually be spending gold. So I guess to make this into a question was like, okay, so why would I use the Chinese yuan if I could just use gold? If I can trade gold really quickly, like crypto,
Yeah.
Why use yuan? Just use gold.
Why we need to use gold or Chinese yuan if we can use stable coins?
Well, stablecoins are pegged to US dollars, which are pegged to bonds, right? US bonds. And so that's still tied to the strength of America. If America is strong, then the value of the bond is strong. Whereas gold is gold, right? It doesn't matter if China goes up or goes down. If it's pegged to gold, you still have value.
Let's don't forget that America have the biggest amount of gold
They do, yeah.
in their banks.
So even in this situation, there's still some value in holding US dollar.
Yeah, but more important things. If we talk about this, about price, about gold, about like this rush, it's a reason not buy gold right now, because all time high is like if this news so hype, it's like a main mission to collect liquidity to sell the gold on a high price. I say like a trader, 100% gold price correction. It's because good idea collect on a bottom gold and sell this gold on a high, make like good take profit, gold go down and again collected, but it's long term distance, collected all gold on the planet. From money to Chinese, like it's like a leader of economy in the world, and they have a global idea after to war on 1017, 518. It's opium war. In Chinese, after that, to wanna will be first country in the world, maybe global governments. I don't know, but I 100% to know Chinese make something interesting, and Chinese make like a very crazy business on like this triangle Laos, Burma, with the people. For example, businessmen on special territory find some people on internet like for online work. People come and start to work like slaves. Create a Chinese businessman, criminal, made people from Russia, from a different country, slaves on a scam office, and like it's only top business to make trillion. It's like a real case when Chinese businessmen from nothing make trillion dollars on this very dirty business. It's happened right now in it's on a border between Chinese and Laos, like
Myanmar.
Burma.
Myanmar, it's a Burma, but Burma it was the previous old name of the country.
One thing I think about is you said, okay, now is not a good time to buy gold because it's at the top.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. But then there's another question in my mind where it's like, okay, well, what about Bitcoin? How does gold relate to Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin is digital gold. That's the whole point of it. It's a digital store of value. And so my thinking is that, okay, if gold is topping, where do you take that profit and what do you put it into? Because the reason why China is buying gold is because they're pushing against the dollar. They want to decrease the value of the dollar, increase the value of the yuan. But this has pushed gold prices up. So now gold price is too high. So then these will cycle into something else. So the question is, where is this profit going to move into? And I think the logical thing is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still low. I mean, pretty low for what it should be, right? It's, I think today 109, right? So if gold is all-time high, even if you took, say, 5%, so here's the 100% of gold value. You take 5% of that, put that into Bitcoin. That makes Bitcoin 150K, if not more. So my point is, even 5% of gold, if that moves into Bitcoin, it's going to explode, all-time highs.
Yeah. Enough, only 4% of liquidity from gold to make Bitcoin price 170K.
Yeah.
4%.
Which is definitely possible.
Yeah. It's if all-time high, liquidity transferred on gold, only 4%, it's really possible.
So we're still waiting for the raising of Bitcoin. Yeah.
Well, this is why, like, people that are bearish, I cannot be bearish because bearish. But what am I waiting for?
Hey guys, did you hear? Hey guys, did you hear that FOMC? What is this? Oh, do you know Enzo something about it?
Well, the FOMC is the Federal Open Market Committee. And essentially what they do is they control the flow of the US dollar. So they have the ability to create new dollars, also burning dollars. All right, so we hear quantitative easing, quantitative tightening. So tightening would be they take money in and essentially like they buy a company and then they get those assets and they burn the assets. And so no one can ever spend that money again.
Kind of regulation to...
Well, it's similar to something like a meme coin, right? Like a meme coin can burn their supply. Once it's burned, the supply gets smaller, so there's more value per each dollar or each token, right? So that's quantitative tightening. Quantitative easing essentially is they push more money into the system. And when you push more money into the system, people have more money, so they spend more money.
They kind of fight with inflation. Like
that's their point. The whole goal of the Federal Open Market Committee, the Fed, is to balance inflation. They're trying to hit a certain target. I think it's 2%, something like that. That's their goal. It's 2% inflation per year, which in itself is crazy to me. Like, I don't want any inflation. Think about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a deflation, right? Where it's like people are losing tokens, and so the value is rapidly increasing. Anyways, there's a 2% target on the US economy, 2% per year growth. And so these guys, essentially, they put more money into the economy or take more money out in order to keep that number around 2%. And what happened on last week, I think it was Saturday or something like that. I can't remember what day. They cut the rate by 2.5 bips, which means that people now are more liquid. They have more money running through the system. because you said that things like wars push forward technology. I think you're totally right. I mean, an example of this is in Ukraine. The average Ukrainian, if they're fighting the war, they're using drones, right? Very cheap drones. Put a bomb on the drone, send it out.
1K bucks drone,
Yeah.
destroying like 20, 50 million.
But this is an evolution. Because like you said, they were sending these tanks. These tanks are billions of dollars. They have one drone, $1,000. Put 10 of those together, boom, kill that tank. But this is my point is this is an evolution. These types of things push the boundaries and the growth of technologies. Unfortunately, it's a horrible situation, right? You shouldn't need to have a war in order to improve technology, but it happens.
Weak, how is it like? Weak times. No, how's it? How, in that?
I got you.
That weak times may make strong people.
Yeah.
And tough time. No, and like in the good times.
Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus Solana.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Okay, well, first, break down what is the difference between these? I mean, I guess
System,
there's
but-
like Bitcoin and then there's Ethereum and Solana, right? I feel like Bitcoin is very different from Ethereum and Solana. Like you said, Bitcoin is supposed to hold the value. You're not really supposed to put applications into Bitcoin. You're not supposed to do memes and NFTs in Bitcoin. You can, but you're not supposed to. And that's why it's more secure. An example of this I heard recently is, okay, what about like child pornography? Really bad thing, right? If I make an NFT on Ethereum and I put something in there, does that mean the government should stop the holder of that NFT, right? Because right now, if I have that on my phone, then I go to jail.
Like, yeah.
What if I have an NFT of that? Do I go to jail still? What if I send it to you? You know, so I'm bringing up this question because Bitcoin right now, people said, okay, well, the reason why Bitcoin is so secure is it's just money. But now there's some people in Bitcoin saying, no, Bitcoin should be NFTs, Bitcoin should be meme coins, right? But then the question becomes like, okay, well, what if this horrible situation happens? Like, like pornography on Bitcoin. Does that mean the Bitcoin people should close your wallet? But the whole point of Bitcoin is that no one can do that, right? Anyways, my point is Bitcoin is super secure because it's just money. And then there's Ethereum and Solana, which do other things, right? DeFi.
Of course, like only like Bitcoin not have a official owner, but
Yes.
Solana, Ethereum have a
Yep.
real owner, and everything depend. Unfortunately, depend on these founders.
Yeah. I mean, FTX was one of the major investors in Solana. They were like major holder, right? So then there's discussion. Okay, what is Ethereum? What is Solana? Right. So Ethereum is supposed to be like the history. I send money to my friend. That history goes on to Ethereum. The speed of that, the cost of that's less important. What matters is the history is true and it can never be changed. Whereas Solana, it's not about the history; it's about the speed and the price. Like if I send it to my friend, it should happen super fast and super cheap. So the difference between these two is like Solana is supposed to be fast and cheap, but also it's maybe more secure. Like you said, there's many founders and they have a lot of control, but it doesn't matter because they just care about fast and cheap. Whereas Ethereum is supposed to be like no one can change it. This is the history of the world and no one will ever control this. No one will ever change it. But it also means it's slow and expensive.
Happy Halloween, guys! It was nice to sitting with you today. Thank you so much for your great behavior and fucking amazing attention. We love you so much. See you again soon. Bye.
Token time.